Hey y'all, it's your girl Tina from IAMTINABUDGETS, and today we're going to be budgeting my 20th of October paycheck, which is my second paycheck. And as I spoke with y'all in the first video that I put out, that I am a semi-monthly, bi-monthly on that pay period with my job, and that's 2 paychecks a month. They are scheduled for the 5th and the 20th of every single month, and this video is from the 20th paycheck. So keep watching as we break down how I plan to disperse funds from this paycheck. Hey y'all again. So as we talked about in my very first video, for the month of October, the 5th paycheck took care of things from the 1st to the 18th, and the 20th paycheck takes care of things from the 19th to the 31st in this month, or to the end of the month, whatever that date may be. So we're going to be working on the paycheck from the 20th, which means the bills that are from the 20th through the 31st are the bills that we're paying close attention to, that we're planning for. And so I'm gonna do a quick little setup change, and then we will get into what these bills will be and what they're going to get. Stay tuned. So now we're going to put everything on this page that is coming up for this October 20th paycheck. So we're just going to start with the paycheck here, which is the October 20th of 2023. Okay, so that regular pay is $2,525. Like we talked about before, I am a salaried employee at my job, so this amount is the amount that I get every pay period after taxes and all the deductions. I get this amount on the 5th and on the 20th. Okay, so we're going to jump right in it. And the first thing that we're going to start with is going to be my tithes. As I told you guys on my stuffing video, that I do tithing at the end of the month with the last paycheck of the month, and that's the October 20th one for me. And so I'm gonna put it in with my bills. I don't necessarily deem it as a bill, so I'm going to put it there so I don't forget to pay it. It is more important, equally, if not more important, as my bills. So I want to make sure I tithe as expected of me, and I do it on a monthly basis, and I do it again on the 20th pay period. Okay. So I'm going to put tithes first. And for my paycheck, for the entire month, this is what I get on the 5th, this is what I get on the 20th, and the amount that I need to send into my church or put into my church when I get there this Sunday will be $505. 10% of my monthly income, and $505 goes to my tithing. Okay. So the next bill that we're going to do will be the bills from the 19th to the 20th. And I have another car note on the 20th. So that will be due on 10/20. And that amount, again, another big amount. I know you guys like the first part of the month, but that note is $787. And the next thing will be Disney Plus. I know I've got Disney Plus, I've got HBO Max, I've got what with Netflix, Hulu. I got all these things, okay? Some of them I'm responsible for, some of them I'm not. So the ones that I am responsible for is going here. The ones that I'm not won't go here, okay? So the next one will be a card, a credit card. And I'm sorry, Disney Plus is due on the 22nd. Let me just make this uniform. That's gonna drive me nuts. That's the 20th, and this is the 22nd, and that is $15. The next one is a card that I'm paying off. That's a part of that 122,000 plus, honey. That card is due on the 24th, and I pay in $100 on that. The next thing is cable TV. I know I got Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, HBO Max, and why do I need cable? Why do I need that? I say the same thing myself. Why do I need that? But it's due on the 25th. You know, for cable, I like the on-demand, so I like reality TV. I'm sure a lot of us probably do. And with me liking reality TV, sometimes I get to watch it, or I'm just too tired to stay up, you know, from work, as we all are. And so I don't watch it, but I go back and watch it on the weekends on demand. I like to binge watch on Saturday and Sundays. So that's how I catch up. I use that cable because I like to binge watch my favorite shows that come on BET Plus and TLC, Lifetime. I like to binge watch all different kinds of things, but especially reality TV. Girl, y'all know, if you know, you know. So I pay $184 in that, but because, you know, I have it, my husband likes the sports, package. So he gets to watch all that stuff too. So, you know, it is what it is. And so the next is my Care Credit. I've used Care Credit before, but that's almost done. I've had to use it, you know, when kid was doing this and a kid was doing that. Kid. And I usually pay in $100 in on that. And the next one is another card that I have. Honey, these others, this card and this card I would consider an other. You know, they just, child, they take up everything you got, honey. Ooh, child. So I put in $100 for that. Okay. So those are the bills that I have that's gonna be just being dispersed out of this 25 there. And so what we're gonna do now is just total that up. So the total for those, we're gonna go ahead and add that up and see what we got. First is my tithing, that's $505, plus that note is $587. And you guys know that I round up to the next dollar. Every one of these got some cents behind it, but I round up to the next dollar. The next one is $15 plus the $100 I'm paying on one of those others. The $184 that I'm paying for on demand, the reality. Care Credit, and that other. Okay. So I add all that, and that comes up to $1,791. Let's put that comma. $1,791, and I am going to deduct that from what I get paid, and that's $1,791, and that gives me leftover is $734. Okay, so let's do that one more time. Make sure we got it right. 505 plus 787 plus 15 plus 100 plus 184 plus 100 plus 100, and that equals 1791. And we deduct that from 2525, 1791, and that gives us $734 to work with. Okay, so we're going to disperse that in our envelopes and our sinking funds, and some of our extra savings. And I know I didn't mention in my very first video, but my extra savings, all of that extra savings is going towards that debt. Okay, I'm not gonna put in that extra debt, because the debt, it is what it is. Anything outside of that I would consider extra debt in my personal opinion, but my extra savings is going for that my debt in general. Okay. All right, so we're gonna disperse, figure out what categories we're gonna put this extra $734 in, and we're gonna keep it cracking. Okay. So we're now going to put in our cash envelopes. The envelopes that stays with me is ones that's going to stay with me every pay period, and that would be groceries and gas. And we're going to bring down what's left over, which is the $734. That's what we're putting into our envelopes, our sinking funds, and our extra savings. Okay, so out of this $734, groceries is gonna get $100. It always does. Sometimes I have left and sometimes I don't. And gas will always get $65. That's how much it takes to fill my tank up from almost empty, that 20 miles to empty kind of deal, or that 5 miles to empty, that group that Michael Jackson discovered, and that song, they got 5 miles to empty. Is that what it is? Honey, something like that. I think that's what they said, or whatever they said. So $65 fills it up. So gas every pay period is going to be $65. Groceries every pay period is going to be $100. So we're going to take that away from our $734. So we put our $734 in, and we take out our $100, and we take out our $65. Okay, and that leaves us with $569. Well, this total right here is $165, of course. And when we deduct that, I'm sorry, I was out of view here, but $100 and the $65 for groceries and gas, that gives us the $165. We take that from our leftover from our bills of $734, and that leaves us with $569. We're gonna put some of that in our sinking funds. So we're gonna bring over these leftovers of $569, and the sinking funds that we're gonna do is health. We're going to do miscellaneous. We're going to do home. We're going to do entertainment. We're going to do car, and we're going to do holiday. And those are the same ones, sinking funds, that we did last pay period. So for this month, those are our sinking funds. Those may change for next month, but for now, that's what we are, and that's what we're going to utilize. Okay. So for budgeting for health, we're going to get health $25. Miscellaneous is going to get $30. Home is going to get $15 again. Entertainment, $15 again. Car is going to get $25, and holiday will get $25 as well. So let's add up how much that will be. So health $25, miscellaneous is $30, 15 for home, and 15 for entertainment, 25 for car, and 25 for holiday. And that comes out to $135. Now we're gonna take that $135 away from the $569, and that gives us a total of $434 is what's left over. And out of that $434, every bit of that left over, oh, my bad, it shouldn't go there. Every bit of that $434 is going into my extra pay, or extra savings, I'm sorry. All of that is going into that extra savings of $434. All of that is going into that savings for the bill to pay off. I'm just going to put payoff amount to pay off. Let me change that right quick. We're going to say payoff, additional payoff. I'm sorry, y'all, forgive me. Again, this is that process. It is raw and uncut. Extra payoff. That $434 of that is going directly to the bills. That 122,000 plus for October, November, and December, all of that is going for that extra pay. And at the end of this month, whatever I didn't utilize in my sinking funds, I'll take that and put into my regular savings. Now, and I know you see a car twice, this and the third. We'll talk about all that. We'll get into all that. Okay, so that's where we are in regards to our plan for our October, I'm sorry, I bumped that, for our October 20th pay. Our regular pay, we have our tithes and all of our bills from the 19th to the 31st that we talked about. Taken out of that amount, that's the total, that's what's left. We brought down to our envelopes for stuffing. These envelopes live with me, because that's always going to be the same. Those are going to always get stuffed every single paycheck, of course, because I have to use it every single time. And then that $569 went into the sinking funds for the month of October. These are the funds that we're going to sink in. And after we did that, we had the $434 left over, and that $434 is going to be extra for my payoff for that debt that we have going up. And so my budget is a zero-based budget, and it is that's the budget that I'm following from the Budget Mom. And so how you make sure that everything that you have planned got spent, she has a little total income here, and you just follow that. You take your total income, and let's go ahead and do it and see, make sure I did it. So you take your total income, which was $25.25, you subtract number one, and number one is the $17.91, and then you subtract number two, which is my $165. Then you subtract number three, which is my $135. And then you subtract number four, which we don't have anything there. And then you would subtract the number five, which is my $434 is what we put in. And see what we have left, which is zero. So I took the total income, which is 25. Oops. The total income, let's see if we can get it all fit there. The total income is $25.25, and I subtract my number one, which is $17.91. And then we subtract number two, which is the $165. Then we subtract number three, which is the $135. And then we subtract number four, which is zero. We don't have anything there. And then we subtract our $434. And that gives us zero. So if I add up all these numbers, it should give me 2525. Let's do it just for fun. So 1791 plus 165 plus 135 plus, we don't have anything there on that one, so that's a 0, plus 434, and that should give me 2525, and it does. So we are at a zero-based budget, and every dollar, every cent from the 2525 has a home. Everywhere has a home. So we are exactly where we need to be. That is fantastic, and I love it. So after we do that, then we come over. Let me do a quick setup change. I'll be right back. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our category, our envelopes, our category, and one is groceries. Then we have gas. We have health. We have miscellaneous. We have home. We have entertainment. We have car. And we have holiday. All right, and so the amount that these are getting, again, groceries will get 100, gas will get 65, health will get 25, miscellaneous will get 30, home will get 15, as well as entertainment. Car will get 25, and then holiday will also get 25. And so let's see what that total is. So 100 for groceries, 65 for gas, 25 for health, 30 for miscellaneous, and home and entertainment will get 15, 25 for car, and 25 for holiday, which gives us $300. We will be doing $300 stuffing in the next video, okay? And then in the next video, I'll also show you how I'm going to do the cash denomination breakdown for each and every envelope. Of course, you know, the hundreds will be this row, 50, 20, 10, 5, and the ones. I'm going to break down how we're going to do that in the next video, and we'll break it all down, who gets what, and then we'll get our total. I'll have our money thoughts and our Bible verse for the day and priority for the month, and it's the same as it was for the first paycheck as far as my Bible verse is concerned. But we'll have all that taken care of on the next video. Everything will be filled out, and we'll be ready to do our second cash stuffing. Thank you guys so very much for taking the time out of your day or your night, depends on when you're watching this, to watch this video. I really appreciate it. This is becoming very easy, or easier than the first time. You know, I did a lot of erasing. I did some too to think about what I was going to name this, but it's going to that extra to pay off. It's going to be extra money to pay off my debt. The next video we'll break down, like I said before, and we'll do our second cash stuffing from the second paycheck of October. That will be the next video you see. Thank you so much for taking your time out of your day and or night, depends on when you're watching this. I really appreciate you guys. Welcome to this channel. This channel is I Am Tina Budgets, and I am Tina. Would you please consider subscribing? Press the like button, press the bell to be notified each and every time I upload a video. Like and comment and share. Share, and comment. I want to know what I can do to continue. If you guys think I'm on the right track. I'm new to this. So I would take any kind of advice that you have, your comments, your constructive criticism, whatever it may be. I'd be more than happy to take that all in and you know, put it to good use for me. Thanks again. It's been a pleasure, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.